Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT. It is the NXT after the Great American Bash. What an event that was this past Friday night. As we look into the future as this is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode, episode 91 as you're looking live. As NXT X1's finally touring once again. That is right, folks, as we're live tonight from Pikeville, Kentucky, as I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions and welcome to the black and silver brand of NXT, where we have an action-packed edition of the show in store for each and every one of you as always. Let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action. And your opening matchup set here by Mike Rome for the Women's North American Championship, as we have a new champion as of this past Friday night of the Great American Bash, and a new challenger as well, as here comes Mega Brain, Kiana James. The action set to begin here in NXT, man. Let's get to work. Here comes Kiana then, and getting this opportunity because she's jumping the queue and she says she has a great chance of getting the title. And she has a great case for getting a title shot as well due to her great performance in a tag team matchup last week on NXT before the Great American Bash. She teamed up with a beautiful Madness Julia, yes, and losing efforts to Stephanie McCare and Tiffany Stratton, who ended up being opponents come Great American Bash for Tiffany's NXT Championship, as Stephanie cashed in her jackpot women's contract ahead of the matchup, making it a one-on-one against Stratton for the title ahead of time, and she cashed in and won on that night. But it was in tag team action, Vakira pinning Kiana James in that matchup to get win for her and Stephanie, who did work well as a team. They had a great showing, as did Kiana James, as did Julia. And Kiana tonight getting a shot at the Women's North American Championship against the new champion, the sensational Sol Ruka. That's right, Sol Ruka, ladies and gentlemen, having a great showing at the Great American Bash, becoming the new champion, defeating Jada Parker for the gold. Lee Parker only had the title for like 60-something days, but it was taken away from her by Sol Ruka, who ended up winning the matchup on that night and winning the Women's North American Championship. And now it's 4 days later. Now she's going to make her first defense of the title against the impressive Kiana James. Going to be an interesting way to kick us off here live on NXT as we are touring. We are going around the USA and Canada. We are going around North America, and tonight we bring the NXT live from Pikeville, Kentucky. No longer are we in the Performance Center of Orlando. We're in a little shit in Kentucky, but here we go right now. Your opening contest is for that right there, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted NXT Women's North American Championship. Let's hit it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger from Sioux City, Iowa, Kiana James. And her opponent from Honolulu, Hawaii, the NXT Women's North American Champion, Sol Ruka.
Thank you, Mike Rome, with the crowd very much in favour of Sol Ruka in this opening matchup tonight for the NXT Women's North American Championship. It'll be a fun way to kick us off, as Sol going to hand her championship, or newly won championship, over to NXT official Joey Gonzalez, who allows Kiana James to have a look at what she could be walking out with tonight on the black and silver brand. Here we go then. James looking ready, as does Sol Ruka. Going to be a fun way to kick us off in Pikeville, Kentucky. Both women looking toward each other. Matchup underway. Bell has been rung. North American title on the line. Ruka, of course, having a great matchup with Jada Parker at Great American Bash, defeating her for that championship, earning the spot by beating Jordan Grace in a #1 contendership matchup a number of weeks ago. And now in her first defense, goes against Mega Brain Kiana James. Kiana, I believe, with a 1-3 record here in this series, but always been impressive, even in losing effort. And right now it's Kiana, waist lock on Sol. Schoolgirl here for the championship, shoulders down kick out at one by Sol Ruka. And now back into a lockup is James and Sol here. Live on NXT, this is kind of like a Title Tuesday feeling as well. I believe it's Title Tuesday 4, as I've already seen about 3 of these events. Because all 4 We have all 4 of our matches decked out tonight. Our championship matches this evening. The Cruiserweight title on the line after this. The NXT Tag Team Gold on the line. And of course as well, the NXT Women's Championship is on the line. Oh, and so much more live tonight on NXT as right now Ruka calling a tie up on Kiana James once again off the schoolboy attempt from Sol. As Sol now dropping Kiana James into a side headlock. Outside headlock by Ruka. Kiana in trouble, trying her best to fight it, and now Kiana able to do so, whips her off. James now back, body drop. Nicely done by Kiana that time. Now it's James with a kick right to the chest of the new champion. Is James getting booed out of the building? Ruka a fan favourite anywhere NXT goes, whether we're in Orlando, Pikeville, Atlanta. Kentucky is loving Sol Ruka tonight. And now Sol drops Kiana down at the corner now, and a monkey flat by the new champion Sol Ruka. Looking for her first offense, and I go Sets winning it, and look at Sol. Oh, on fire tonight. No springboard here, no. Thought she was going to springboard. Now she is, and gets her. Oh, missing the mark. It's Kiana able to get to her feet. And now James, look at the power, a German suplex and swinging her around. James' incredible strength on display from the challenger. Middle rope here. Kiana frog splash cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down for the championship. This could do it right here. Not a kick out by Sol. Man, these 2 women giving it their all tonight. Not caring that Great American Bash was this past weekend. Kiana wasn't on that show. She was on last Tuesday's edition of NXT. So she might be the fresher of the 2 women here. With Sol though picking up Kiana. Drops her with a body slam. And a Ruka bottom rope. There's the moonsault that time. Springboard moonsault from the bottom rope. Covered by Ruka to retain. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Kicking it too. And Kiana James. Interesting to see there's no Julia here. Kiana James, business associate. Not here to root her on. Just Kiana going to do it on her own. As look at Sol that time. The cartwheel splash in the corner. Followed by a sliding drop kick by the champion. Sol is on fire. Kiana James is terrified. And what is Ruka thinking here? Oh no, bottom rope and a springboard attack again. Come on, by Ruka. Hooks the leg of James. This could do it. There's 2 and a kick out by Kiana again. Sol looking to walk out. Still the NXT Women's North American Champion. But James trying to stay in this one. Catching her boot and dropping her down. Look at these forearm shots. And shots right to the chest of Sol Ruka. Picking Sol up, got her where she wants her, and a swinging neck breaker by James on the cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down for the championship, kicking immediately though by Sol. Went for the title, but Sol kicks out right away. Now a jawbreaker by Ruka, the pickup by the champion. Look at the power here from Sol. Ruka dropping in, James where she stands. Stacks her up this time up the cover too, and kick out by James. The fireman's carry powerbomb type maneuver from Sol Ruka. Not able to get victory, but now heads up to the top rope, and she kicks her foot on the gas pedal. Elbow drop cover to retain here. There's 2. No, Kiana powers out again. Unbelievable, man. These 2 women giving it their all. It's Sol Ruka grabbing James. What a bicycle knee strike, followed by a poison Rana. Sol on fire, middle rope moonsault. This time Kiana moves out the way. Kiana needs some offense here. They're going to drop Sol Ruka on a DDT. Kiana James soaking in the hatred from this crowd tonight in Pikeville, Kentucky, but wants to win gold out in the corner now. Oh, and a short arm lariat by Kiana James on Sol Ruka that time. Kiana backing up Sol. Uh-oh. Got the knee. Got her here. The knee across the face with the brace on it. And that may do it. Kiana James for the championship. The hook of the leg. Shoulders down. Scooter in turn. On a kick out by Sol Ruka. Unbelievable. And Sol got that fire in her. Got that resiliency in her. The Irish whip now from Kiana. Once again going to send Sol in the corner. Sol able to counter it. Now Sol Ruka. Big back elbow. And moonsault moving it the way that time. It's Kiana James. James, schoolgirl, shoulders down to steal the win, to steal the title, to make sure Sol only has a 4-day ring kicked out by Ruka. Kiana grabs her, short counter. And now Sol Ruka looking for Sol Snatcher, no avoided by Kiana James. Unbelievable. As now it's James, full on, boot to the midsection, full on again, full on 1K. Oh my, what an upset. This would be the cover for the NXT Women's North American Championship 2-3. No, Sol kicks out of Kiana's pissed. Oh, look at the frustration written all over the face of Kiana James. And the body language, she cannot believe her eyes, but you gotta keep on keeping on against Sol Ruka. The sensational athlete that is the champion code breaker from Sol. Oh man, both women down for that moment of Sol. The first woman to get to her feet. What the hell is Ruka thinking here? Picks her up, the Irish whip sends her to the outside. So Ruka want to bring this one out to the floor as they stun her to the outside, taking out Kiana James. What is Sol thinking here? Here comes Ruka, looking to fly. Tope cross body through the ropes. Throwing caution to the wind. Do whatever it takes to keep hold of our North American Championship, which was just won by Sol this past Friday night at the Great American Bash. Sol Ruka now. Looking to put Kiana James away. The springboard 450 clothesline now. Face planting. Goes our opponent. Goes Ruka's Kiana James looking to go here. Snap, suplex, float over cover for the women's North American title to kick out. Kiana on top of her counters tonight, as we saw that 450 clothesline of Jada Parker this past weekend. At the Bash, we're not seeing it tonight, but what we do see is that knee in her face again, the cover for the title change, and a kick out again by Sol. Unbelievable action. Kiana pissed, and Kiana going after the official Joey Gonzalez, dropped her with a back elbow. Come on, Kiana, nowhere to do that. There's no need. Shot to the calf that time, and the hamstring back and forth. These two women go with Sol, catching her with a forearm shot. Ruka, unbelievable scenes, man. Now what's Ruka thinking? Middle rope, there it is again. So Ruka, what an incredible springboard moonsault from the bottom rope onto Kiana James. Now what's she thinking here? So Ruka snapmares her down, middle rope here. Ruka splash onto Kiana. Right in the midsection. Ruka to the outside. Looking to fly here. The springboard. Another body splash on a Kiana James. Hook the leg. Shoulders down to retain. Simmering turning. Oh no, I thought it was a powerful and enthusiastic kick out from the mega brain Kiana James. The boot catching it. It's Sol Ruka. Spins around. They're catching it. It's Kiana James on Ruka. Spinning around, sends her now into the apron. Out of the ring. Solo forearm. There's a springboard 450 clothesline. That time she connects. That time she got absolutely all of it. And now Sol Ruka waiting for Kiana to get to her feet. Off the ropes now. Get momentum. And there's a Sol snatcher. And that'll do it. Sol to retain. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring two. And Sol Ruka is still the NXT Women's North American Champion.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT Women's North American Champion, Sol Ruka.
Congratulations, Sol Ruka, for her first successful defense of the women's North American title. But speaking about first defenses of women's championship, Stephanie McKelligan defends her newly won NXT women's title in the main event tonight against her opponent at the Great American Bash, Tiffany Stratton, and against the former women's North American champion, Jada Parker, who doesn't want a rematch for the North American Gold. She wants an NXT women's title shot. But up next, Cruiserweight title rematch from the opener of Great American Bash. Javon Evans looks to regain his Cruiserweight crown against El Grande Americano, as we're back live on NXT. There you see the young OG losing his Cruiserweight championship. He had a great run with it, but he did eventually lose it at the Great American Bash this past Friday night to El Grande Americano. And just El Grande's second match of the series. This will be his third tonight, and it will be a rematch from the Bash. Let's see if El Grande can do it again, repeat history, and beat Javon Evans once more, because here comes the new champion from the Bash. El Grande Americano, one of the best lucha libre sensations on the entire planet today. El Grande showed the world what he was capable of in his #1 contender's debut match against Akira Tozawa last week. Then he showed the world what he can do and more when he beat Javon Evans, who had 8 incredible defenses of the Cruiserweight title and never seemed like he was slowing down. Well, El Grande slowed him down and then some, winning the Cruiserweight title. And tonight is the rematch, live on NXT from Pikeville, Kentucky. Don't go anywhere. Evans and El Grande is next. We're back live in NXT. Is that right there? Is what they're fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Let's head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 180 pounds, Javon Evans. And his opponent from the Gulf of America, weighing in at 202 pounds, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano, the new champion, ending Javon Evans' 137-day reign as Cruiserweight Champion this past Friday night. Ken Evans be the first ever two-time NXT Cruiserweight Champion. We'll find out right here, right now, as El Grande hands over his newly minted Cruiserweight title to the official for this one, Mr. Dallas Irvin, who allows what Javon could be walking out with once again for the second time. Javon Evans answered an open challenge in the first ever episode of NXT, in the first ever match of NXT this series, from Cruiserweight Champion Dragon Lee. Ended up winning the title on that night, ending Dragon's 100-and-something day reign right there and then, becoming a champion in the process. Beating Dragon and Santos and Vikingo and Nathan Frazier and Axiom and Johnny Gargano and Dirty Dominic Mysterio and all comers to retain the Cruiserweight title. But here we go, the rematch underway. He could have beat El Grande Americano. Can he do it tonight? We'll find out as Evans with a right hand on Americano. And now battling back. Here they go. Right here, right now. For the Cruiserweight title, the rematch. As these two men open the show at the Great American Bash. What an opener it was this past Friday night. If you haven't already seen the Bash or SummerSlam this past weekend, I highly advise you to go check it out. What a hell of a show it was. All of the shows were fantastic as these two going at it. Big time hockey fight for that Cruiserweight title tonight. Both men locking up here. Javon Evans with the arm wringer on El Grande Americano. Look at this. Back and forth is El Grande now. Top wrist lock here on Evans. El Grande, oh, look at that, wrenching away on the young OG here tonight. What a weekend that was. Apologies for my voice, folks. It may be a little bit weary now. I'm coughing a lot. As it takes a lot out of you, man. Even watching this makes me sweat and makes me out of breath. All the action we've seen this past weekend. It's only just getting started, only just picking up as we are just over the SummerSlam weekend now, folks. As Evans and El Grande back into a lock-up here. Who's going to get the upper hand this time in this Cruiserweight title tussle? Evans going to get that side headlock on El Grande Americano. El Grande in trouble, trying to push Evans off, able to do so. Evans, though, out onto the apron. El Grande trying to stop the wrist tracks. Nice four-up from Javon. Now Evans running into the ring, springboard, clothesline off, smart move from El Grande. Just slowly stepping backwards, not allowing Javon Evans to connect with that springboard clothesline. And now it's El Grande Americano. Oh, we've seen him do this before. There's the drop kick in the corner by El Grande. Now listen to this place. Americano on fire tonight. Goes from the Gulf of America 2-0 as El Grande, and Javon has already been busted wide open as El Grande went for that. Cannibal sent off the bottom rope, countered by Javon, and Javon now gonna catch him clothesline on the back of the head. Now what's Evans thinking? The pick up. Got him where he wants some. Oh goodness, brain buster by the young OG. And now it's Evans. Cannibal sent on of his own. Oh, but missing the mark. Way out of bounds that time. Just dropped himself right in the center of the ring, but there's Evans off the rope, and what a splash! Great elevation by the former Cruiserweight Champion, looks to become a two-time one. And there's that Cannibal Senton, and that time getting all of it. Getting all of it off the Cannibal Senton. Javon Evans, what's he thinking here? Looking for it once more, this time from the middle rope, went to splash and fly, but moving away is El Grande, and look at these strikes from Americano. What's El Grande thinking? Springboard cross body, but Evans smartly walking forwards. Like El Grande smartly walked back off the springboard clothesline attempt from Javon earlier on, and it's Evans picking up the champion, running set out, powerbomb, cover, shoulders down, scrolling to the title to kick out by El Grande. Said it many times, El Grande. Very familiar in terms of in-ring style to a certain Raw superstar. Can't really put my hand on it. But nonetheless, El Grande is shown to be a great star here in NXT. He's already won Cruiserweight Gold after just his second match of the series. This is his third tonight. Can he go 3-0 as El Grande got a clothesline? Javon Evans to the floor. Oh goodness, El Grande gonna fly here, showing everyone what the Cruiserweight division's all about. Tope Suicida by Americano. Evans is the epitome, some would say, of the NXT Cruiserweight division in this series. Some would say the breakout star of the series. I certainly wouldn't argue with them, as Evans has been incredible, but he may be continuing his downward spiral with El Grande Americano taking his title. But right now on the outside of the ring, it doesn't matter. It's Javon Evans. He blew thunder bomb on the floor on El Grande, and then back in the ring comes the young OG. Looking to fly here. We'll do it outside, baby. Oh yeah, Evans telling the world on the outside. Tope over the top, taking out Americano. As this Cruiserweight title matchup resumes live on NXT. Springboard on by Evans, clothesline. Cover the man, hooks the leg, shoulders down. Evans to regain his Cruiserweight Championship, and a kick out at 2 by El Grande Americano. Close call that time, but a clothesline from El Grande, dropping Javon in his tracks. So Grande thinking, oh, the pick up. El Grande looking to retain here. There's the air raid crash. Into the cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down on Evans. That's got to do it. Scoring 2, and now Evans gonna power on. Evans an incredible kick out that time. As these two men on fire tonight on NXT for the Cruiserweight title. Having a great matchup like they had, of course, at the Great American Bash. Evans there whip for Red Dot. El Grande able to see it coming, and about El Grande. Look at this. On a flurry of pinfall predicaments, but just rolling through them time and time again, trying to make sure he's off balance. Now with a pinning predicament, Dallas Open right there, shoulders down. Scoring to El Grande to retain that kick out by Javon Evans. That was so close. Oh, a big boot in the counter now. Javon running knee by Evans. Oh, this kid is something, man. Dropped him there off the rope. Red Dot, no again. Not in position to connect with it. But Evans now, the springboard and the clothesline to the back of El Grande. But now Evans firmly in control. There's a second one of the matchup, and Javon Evans now going to pick out Grande Americano up to his feet as this one continues live on NXT. As we're back live, as there's the Red Dot. Evans been in control all the way through the break. Finally hits Red Dot on El Grande. The Irish whip now off the ropes. Javon, oh, what a drop kick. Picture perfect right at the top of the dome of Americano. Or maybe even on the mask. As there's that cannibal sent home once more from the bottom rope by Javon. The young OG now. What's he thinking as he stomps away on Americano? He kicks him against the ropes now in the corner. Oh, I've seen this before. The double jump and out the spiral tap. Take maneuver right in. It's the cover of the corkscrew moonsault. 2 count kick out by El Grande. Javon looking to regain gold there. Not able to do it just yet. Moving it away. Off that drop kick at the champion Americano. Just smacking and chopping him in the face. And that's that springboard head. But that's how he won the Cruiserweight title in the first place. And how he beat Tazawa to get the shot. Cover. 2, 3. No. Javon this time going to kick out of the springboard headbutt from Americano. Unbelievable offense tonight. Live on NXT for the Cruiserweight title of the world. That's the second time now. El Grande going to connect with a kicks this time. Look at Americano. There's that drop kick again. Oh, what a battle. This crowd in Pikeville, Kentucky, loving it. You got to be loving that they're getting a show in NXT that isn't Orlando as well. Took this long enough, I know. 91 episode. My apologies. The face first. Off that boot counter goes Americano. It's a fall of feelings. Ferrari. What a frog splash. Halfway across the damn ring. I know it's Javon Evans. What's he thinking now? He's going to the top rope. He's looking to fly. Take out Americano, who's again on the other side of the ring. But look at Evans. Look at that. Big corkscrew arm drive by the young OG. The pick up on El Grande Americano. What Evans looking for the OJ cutter, but he overshot it. He overshot the OG Cutter Americano. Going to try and make him pay. And now the forearm Cutter by Devon. And Miss Evans runs in OG Cutter, and that's going to do it. Come on. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Evans to regain. Has Cruiserweight Championship. 2, 3 down. And Mill on the kick out. An incredibly enthusiastic and powerful kick out from the champion at 2.99. Was El Grande right there. And El Grande comes right back in with a chop to the chest overhand still. No grabbing Evans in the center of the ring. Snapmare penalty kick. Combination. Governor Americano to retain. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. No, Evans powers out once more. What a match. These two men have incredible chemistry. The matchup with the Bash was an incredible banger. This one shaping up to be so as well. But wait a minute, Javon Evans, shoulders down, pin predicament on Americano. We get the goal, 2 kick out. Americano goes through pin predicament on the long 2, 3 down, a kick out by Javon Evans. Oh, we saw them go back and forth with pin attempts as well. At the Bash, and it was the ball with a wheel. Barrow stunner. And the corner, the sliding drop kick by Evans. And Javon picking Americano up to a vertical base. Oh, G. Carter didn't get on Americano hard and hard. Javon gonna cover him though. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. Will it be enough for the cruiserweight title even though he didn't get all the maneuver? 2, 3 down. At 1. Americano gonna kick out as this one continues live on NXT for the cruiserweight gold. We're back live on the black and silver brand. The 7 spring board. Carter. Oh, he's been absolutely rocked. Evans top rope for the cruiserweight gold to win it back out. Ball drop, no. Americano runs and wait for that headbutt. Out of bounds though, Evans right there in the kick, caught elbow in the knee. There's the running headbutt by Americano. And that's gonna do it for the OG. El Grande hits the top rope. Evans getting to his feet somehow, someway, but Americano waiting on him, gonna turn it around, and he hangs the ball on that top rope. My goodness, Gavina's gonna do it. 2, 3, and El Grande goes 3-0, and once again defeats Javon Evans, this time in retention of his newly won cruiserweight title.
Here is your winner, and still NXT Cruiserweight Champion, El Grande Americano.
Congratulations, El Grande Americano. What an unbelievable win. He's 3-0 now and still the Cruiserweight Champion. But still to come tonight, your main event of the evening. Jada Parker, Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie McCurry for the NXT Women's Championship. One fall and finish later on tonight.
What following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
But right now, as you just heard right there from Mr. Mike Rome, the NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line as here come the challengers, the team that earned it last week by winning a #1 contender tag team title matchup in the finals of the WWE World Cup tournament by defeating SmackDown team The New Day of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, as of course Axiom and Nathan Frazier for Axiom. They never slow down and they've had multiple opportunities at NXT Tag Team Gold as well as single titles here on the black and silver brand as well. Never been able to get them, but maybe tonight is their night in your penultimate contest of the evening from Pikeville, Kentucky. They're going to be taking on Penta and Rey Fenix. And what will be their 4th defense of their NXT Tag Team Championships. A hell of a battle tonight. We are going to be seeing in just a matter of moments for the NXT Tag Team Golds. 2 incredibly agile teams, and athletic teams. Going to battle it out for the NXT Tag Team Championships tonight. Can Fraxium finally get gold around their waist, or will Penta and Phoenix extend their 60-day reign into an even longer one as the current reigning NXT Tag Team Champions? As here they come right now, the extraordinary luchadors, Penta and Rey Fenix, the Lucha Brothers, or Lucha Bros, whatever you want to call them. They are still the champions at the end of the day after beating A-Town down under Ethereum Wall at the Great American Bash. Can they get past Fraxium? We find out right here, right now on NXT. We're back live in the black and silver brand, as that right there is what they've been for, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted NXT Tag Team Championships. Let's head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rome.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 336 pounds, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. And their opponents at a combined weight of 409 pounds, the NXT Tag Team Champions, Rey Fenix and Penta, the Luchadors.
Thank you, Micro, Penta and Phoenix, Frazier and Axiom. What a tag title matchup this one's going to be, man. Your third of 4 title matches this evening. Of course, the NXT Women's title triple threat still to come tonight, but there you see the official for this one, Jeremy Marcus, holding up the NXT Tag Team titles for both of these teams are vying for this evening. Live in Pikeville, Kentucky, it's going to be Nathan Frazier kicking this one off against Rey Fenix. What a fun little matchup to get it started. Referee now going to ring the bell. Matchup underway. NXT Tag Team Gold is on the line. I've seen 2 title matches tonight, 2 champions retaining their newly won titles. Well, Penta and Phoenix have been the NXT Tag Champs since NXT Battleground this series when they beat the Creed Brothers. 3 successful defenses for them thus far against the Creeds, Pretty Deadly and A-Town Down Under. Now they're against Fraxium, where we get our first title change of the night on this NXT Title Tuesday edition of the Black and Silver brand. Standing shooting stars from Frazier. That time Phoenix going to get the knee up. The Phoenix knife is short roundhouse kick, big jab, picking up. Nathan Frazier into a snap suplex by Rey Fenix. A nice kick to the lower back by Rey that time on Frazier. Both went back to the feet and Frazier runs around a pretty quick 1 count kick out. Nathan only one that time. Phoenix gonna believe it now, gets caught with a super kick. Super kick right on the jaw by Nathan Frazier. Big pick up counter. Rey Fenix off the ropes. Big forearm avoided. Off big elbow that time from Rey Fenix off the ropes. Now there's that kick by Rey. It's Frazier almost ran right into it, I'd say. Tag. Here comes Axiom though. Well, Axiom and Phoenix. This will be a great little showdown. It's Axiom now. Gonna kick Rey Fenix to the outside. Looking to fly here through the ropes into a Hurricane Run. Oh my goodness. Fast paced action. Here on NXT for the Tag Team Championships in the world. Axiom now looking to fly. Springboard off the top. Moonsault lands on his feet. Rey Fenix out of bounds that time. And Phoenix now with knife edge and overhand chops on the floor. Now it's Phoenix, what's he thinking? Axiom hurt and Axiom going after Phoenix, and Axiom going to take him off the ropes. Or sorry, off the apron. Back first since Rey in the hardest part of the ring tag made. And comes Nathan Frazier. And Frazier off the ropes here. Middle rope moonsault. The Acai style taken out. Rey Fenix at ringside. It's Phoenix and Frazier once again legal. Penta not been tagged into this matchup yet, whereas Axiom and Frazier have tagged out. In and out already. It's Frazier now. Springboard drop kick into the ring. New Tag Team Champions cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. For victory out here. Score in town. And a kick out by Phoenix. That was close. Rey Phoenix gonna stay alive. Gonna keep this one on going tonight. As Phoenix gets away with the tag. In comes the extraordinary luchador Penta. Penta the legal man. Penta and Phoenix have only lost one matchup before. Never a tag match. Of both lost singles matches. Ethan Page defeating Rey Fenix in singles competition, and Austin Theory last week on NXT defeating Penta in singles competition as Penta went for a cheap shot on Axiom. Axiom put on the knee, but there's Penta with a tope suicida taking out Axiom. And now Penta, springboard Z, cross body, takes out Frazier, cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, slopes to the 10, the kick out by Nathan Frazier. So it was a victory over the New Day on the last episode of WWE Dark last Thursday night, which gave Frazier and Axiom a shot at the NXT Tag Titles. If the New Day were to win, they would get a shot at the World Tag Titles of SmackDown. They didn't. It was Frazier and Axiom that did. They're getting a shot tonight and they're looking good thus far. Nice drop kick by Nathan Frazier at the corner on Penta. Now Frazier, Irish whip sends Penta into the neutral corner. Tag made. In comes Axiom. Double team offense now from Fraxiom here. Is look at Axiom using the speed as Frazier with a drop kick, and Axiom over the ropes. My goodness, cover, shoulders down. New Tag Team Champions, only one. Says Jeremy Marcus, your referee for this one. There's Axiom out the corner. Look at him go here on the arm drag. We've seen this before. The pop up, another drop kick. Axiom is on fire. With his incredible ability, but back and forth goes him and Penta. I'd love to see these two battle in a singles matchup. Same with Frazier and Axiom. Sorry, Phoenix and Axiom. And Phoenix and Frazier as well. Look at this out the corner. Penta back! Stabber on Axiom. Oh, goodness, that gotta hurt as Penta, well needed tag, runs in to make the tag into Ray Phoenix. Phoenix now springboard off the bottom rope, went for maybe a poison run out of bounds though, was Axiom and just puts him in the midsection. But Phoenix back to his feet. Now Phoenix right there. Oh goodness, gonna do it again. And that's time gonna connect. A poison runner spiking Axiom at the top of his head. Now Phoenix stomping away on the knee now. And there's that running again. Springboard Phoenix splash cover. Penta Phoenix number 10. And Frazier coming out to make the save at 1. Saving the tag title shot for him and his partner Axiom. As them two sometimes haven't really seemed to be on the same page. But right now it's Phoenix! Look at that DDT! Oh, it's a Frazier, but watch Axiom with a triangle moonsault off the top, taking out Ray Phoenix. Unbelievable! Oh my! And now it's Ray Phoenix getting sent into the ring by Axiom. Axiom now, we're going to close on a tag team goal for him and his partner. Springboard drop kick on Phoenix. Another tag. And comes Nathan Frazier, who's back up on the apron and an elbow dropping, as I was saying. Phoenix and Axiom, or sorry, Frazier and Axiom haven't really always seemed to be on the same page in the series, because if you remember correctly, at NXT Battleground, you would have saw that Javon Evans had an NXT Cruiserweight title open challenge, which was answered by Axiom, but also by Nathan Frazier, making it a triple threat match. But Frazier had already had an opportunity at the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, and Axiom take the pin in that triple threat cruiserweight title match. Axiom wasn't very happy with Frazier after that. So maybe they're not at the best of terms right now, but they're wanting to still win the NXT tag team goal, but it might not happen if Frazier capitalises off of that. The nice kick out of the corner. Classic Phoenix. Super kick now against the jaw of Nathan Frazier. Now a straight jacket German with a bridging cover. Shoulders down. Axiom though making a save immediately. As this one continuing for the NXT Tag Team Championships. As referee Jeremy Marcus couldn't even get his hand on the canvas to begin his count, but Phoenix from the DNS! Over the top, taking him out in a big flying forward with Nathan Frazier. And here's the tag, back at his Penta. Penta, Frazier, the legal man, springboard, leg drop right to the leg of Frazier himself. Not sure he got all of that, but Frazier back to his feet. And Frazier runs, sending a sling blade connecting, top rope. Goes Nathan Frazier, never slowed down, big frog splash cover for the NXT Tag Team goal, look the leg, there's Phoenix rather. Once again, immediately before the referee can even hit one on the canvas. Phoenix knocked off the apron by Nathan Frazier, now it's Frazier running in with the elbow drop on Phoenix and a well needed tag into Axiom. Axiom and Penta, now legal. What a one-on-one match this would be, springboard cross, body by Axiom, cover him Axiom. He won the NXT Tag Team titles. Are we being pressed? Moonsault cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. This might be it. No, it's only one for Penta. How the hell did he kick out of that? Well, I feel like Ray Phoenix has taken most of the damage for Penta and Phoenix in this tag match. But maybe Axiom gonna take the most of it. Penta trying to cover. No, there's Frazier. Making a save and making sure this tag team title match rolls on tonight. In Pikeville, Kentucky, is Penta not happy. Knocking Nathan Frazier off the ropes. Penta, forearm shot countered by Axiom. Irish whip gonna send Penta into that corner, hitting him hard. Just yanked him. Fell out that corner hard that time is what's Axiom thinking here. Gonna send Penta on a tippy top rope. Oh goodness. Oh no, we've seen this before from Axiom. Frazier and Axiom are going to walk out your new tag team champions after this, because Axiom with an avalanche Spanish fly. Axiom, can he capitalize? The cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down, new tag team champions. There's two, and a kick out by Penta. Oh wow. The tag title still around the waist of the Lucha Bros for now. The tag winner is Nathan Frazier. Axiom won the NXT tag team goal. The forearm over to the win, and Penta on a clothesline. Oh, Axiom went for a cheap shot that time with the counter. There's now what's Penta thinking. Irish whip off the rope. Sling blade from the extraordinary luchador once more. Now it's Penta grabbing Nathan Frazier sends him in the corner. There's that kick from Penta. Now Penta looking to do what he does best. Handspring in the corner and a drop kick on Nathan Frazier. Penta now. Irish whip. Gonna send him in the corner here. Another tag. In comes Ray Phoenix, as we're back to the original 2 minutes sort of this matchup. And there's the package pin. There's a super kick domination. That's how they retained at Great American Bash. And they've retained multiple occasions. Cover 2. Kick out by Frazier. But what's interesting is the fact that Axiom came into the ring but refused to break up the count. Did he intentionally want to lose this tag title match, or did he have faith in Frazier for him to kick out? He did anyway, and now Frazier looking to win it. Schoolboy on Phoenix and a kick out. Oh man, well nonetheless, this tag team battle continues for the NXT Tag Team Gold tonight. Frazier and Phoenix, the legal man, is right now Nathan Frazier. Big forearm shot. Oh goodness. Picks him up, going on where he wants him. Look at that, a double jump. And it was Nathan Frazier, superplex, and it rolls the ring like cutting top of the new tag team champions. Cover, looks the leg, shoulders down, there's Penta. Before the 1 count again. Makes the save, saving the day. Tag, here's Axiom. Back into this one as Axiom runs in on Ray Phoenix with an elbow drop. And they're going to knock Penta off the apron, this is it. Axiom and Frazier have a chance here, but Phoenix going to clothesline him down on the mat. And look at Phoenix, slingshot splash to the floor. Oh, holy hell. Axiom on the outside, Phoenix taking him out on the floor. And as the Irish whip sends him right back in, and Phoenix looks to put this one away for him in Penta against Frazier and Axiom this evening. Irish whip sends him in the corner. Ray Phoenix picks him up. The crowd knows what's happening here. Phoenix don't know where he wants him. Mexican muscle buster connecting, and that'll do it. There's the tag team to remain around the waist of the Lucha Brothers, but Frazier again breaking it up. And a big shot, knocking Frazier off the apron. The hell's Ray Phoenix thinking? Slingshot, look at that! The slingshot caught through crossbody. Top rope goes Ray Phoenix to put away Axiom, the legal man on the line, crossbody, no! Axiom able to see it coming, Axiom a stomp on the arm of Nathan Frazier. Penta knocked off the apron. Oh, this is unbelievable. As the back and forth battle is coming here between Axiom, Frazier and the Lucha Brothers. What's Axiom thinking? Anyway, knee right in the back of the neck off the apron on Ray Phoenix. This NXT Tag Title matchup off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. It's now Frazier, Axiom sends Phoenix back into the squared circle right here. Where he wants him. Sends him in the corner. Tag made, here comes Nathan Frazier. That's the finishing blow here for Axiom. That's how they beat the New Day. And then Frazier followed up with a Phoenix splash, but there's a frog splash off the top of the brainbuster from Axiom. Went to knock off Penta. Frazier though. Oh, look at that! So big crossbody taking out Penta. And now Nathan Frazier stomping away on him. Here goes Frazier. Frog splash! We're going to see new champions. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. They've done it. Axiom are the NXT Tag Team Champions. What a shocker!
Here are your winners, Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
Congratulations, Axiom. What a monumental victory for these two superstars, ending Penta and Phoenix's 60-day reign as the NXT Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to Axiom. They never slew down, and they will never be anytime soon the new NXT Tag Champs of the world. But coming up next week, before we get to our main event tonight on NXT, Triple Threat Elimination 3-way dance. Winner gets the next shot at Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship. The new champ, of course, over Femi Brunson, Reed Strip Williams collide next week. Also next week, NXT North American title on the line after it gets sent into an ambulance at the Great American Bash. Santos Espar's pissed off and wants gold as he challenges Absolute Ricky Saints for the NXT North American Championship. And finally next week, the Mad Dragon will be making his first defense of the NXT Championship in an open challenge. Who's going to accept the call? After he was able to beat Ethan Page at the Bash and 3 stages of hell. All that and so much more next week. But up next, folks, it is now time for your main event of the evening. NXT Women's Championship hanging in the balance as Jada Parker going for the NXT title, as is the former champ Tiffany Stratton as they challenge the new champion Stephanie McMahon next in Pikeville, Kentucky.
The following contest is a triple threat match that is for the NXT Women's Championship.
That's right, folks. What a main event we have in store for you right here, right now, is this woman coming out right now to the crowd referred to as Miss Parker. Jada Parker, the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion, electing not to use her rematch clause in the Women's North American title and go straight for the NXT Women's title, as she has not been pinned or submitted in this series besides her loss of her gold this past Friday night to Sol Ruka. That was her only defeat this series, so she feels like she deserves a shot at the NXT Women's title, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. Therefore, this is triple threat. 1-4 to the finish. Tiffany Stratton is also using her rematch clause in this matchup, but it's a triple threat. Also, with Jada Parker, the odds stacked against each and every woman in this matchup, but it's going to be a fun one. It's next in your main event in Pikeville, Kentucky on NXT. So, go anywhere, folks. It's going to be a good one. We're back live in the black and silver brand as though you see the former NXT Women's Champion of 279 days who lost her championship to Stephanie McMahon, who cashed in her women's ladder match contract, her jackpot ladder match contract that she won at Battleground. She cashed it in ahead of time, telling Stratton that she would be cashing in for an upright matchup at the Great American Bash. That match happened, was a great one, and Stratton did lose in the end, losing her title, and her 279-day reign came to an end courtesy of the NXT Women's Champion. Here she comes right now, the new champion, no longer Miss Jackpot, now Miss NXT, the Women's Champ, La Primera, Stephanie McMahon. Here we go then with a tough defense. It's going to be for Vaquero in her first defense of the gold. NXT Women's title triple threat is next. We're back live in the black and silver brand as that's what they're fighting for in your main event of the evening, the NXT Women's Championship. The beautiful, prestigious and coveted gold is on the line. As we've already heard the ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rome, so let's get right down to business right here tonight. Sorry for talking over Jada Parker's entrance, but nonetheless, NXT Women's title on the line. Victoria Jericho is your referee. Triple threat, 1-4 to finish for the NXT Women's title. Parker and Stratton going right at each other because Stratton's not happy that this can't be a one-on-one matchup and Jada Parker has to get involved. Nonetheless, Parker's going to pay for that courtesy of Stephanie McMahon with a devil's kiss action already. The matchup only just got started. Booker T will be loving it, jacking his meat wherever he may be. It's Stratton and Jada Parker going at it right here. Look at Tiffany, what a forearm that time on Jada Parker on the canvas. Stephanie back here, a forearm shot on Tiffany Stratton off the rope back here. Legs drop on a Parker. Well, there's Tiffany. Oh, what a bitch slap on Stephanie back here. And now moonsault standing still countered by Jada Parker, who moved out the way. Parker grabbing the NXT Women's, or the former NXT Women's Champion, excuse me, but now the current one is knocking her down with 8 defeat. 8 defeat that time, and a nice running drop kick, single leg steal by Stephanie on Tiffany, and look at Stephanie McMahon, top cross body by Stephanie Stratton. Gonna do one of her own on the champion McMahon, my goodness, what a tope. And there is Stratton and Parker going at it on the outside here, forearm counter, nice face chop by Tiffany, and watch Tiffany grabbing Jada Parker, going after her here on the outside right here. Oh, look at this, just stomping away right on the hair that time of Jada Parker, but McMahon's right there and clocking out of the NXT Women's title. I didn't even see her picking it up off the podium. Clocking Stratton off the head with a title once again. McMahon's newly won NXT Championship getting used as a weapon against Tiffany Stratton. And now it's Stephanie McMahon and Jada Parker on the apron right here. Nice forearm. And now Stephanie comes back in the ring looking to do damage here with Jada Parker. Parker though, the Irish whip, the counter into the corner. Stephanie McCurr gonna drop her with a caught screw or dragon screw. Leg whip, excuse me. We're after the leg and beginning to target it again, but there's Tiffany Stratton with the title in her hand. The title she once held, holding it again to crack McCurr over the head with it time and time again on the canvas. Oh, look at her go! Tiffany Stratton hitting her with the championship right upside the skull, and look at Tiffany. Oh my days. But wait a minute, Jada Parker comes in with a steel chair in hand. Oh, but gets caught with a championship by Stratton, who holds it up and tells the world she is going to be the champ once more. Wait a minute, Tiffany DDT on the go! On a Parker, but watch Stephanie McCurr the headbutt. Parker though right back to her feet and sending McCurr into the corner. What's Jada got in mind? How is Stratton rolling to the outside trying to catch a breather? Jada Parker, we've seen her do this before. We're going to see her do it again. The ass right in the midsection of the corner by Jada Parker. Tiffany though coming back in, grabbing the title again and cracking her over the back of the head. Parker gets dropped. There's now Tiffany Stratton picking up the steel chair brought in by Jada Parker and going to hit the NXT Women's Champion with about Stephanie McCurr able to counter it. And now look at this on the chair. Oh goodness, what a forward DDT. And now the title in the hand of Parker, but catching it is McCurr. Oh, counter. It's Jada, and Jada dropped him with a forearm. But look at Stratton here. Cartwheel on the bottom, slam on Jada Parker cover. And we get the NXT Women's Championship. 1 count only kick out by Jada Parker that time. McCurr right there against Tiffany Stratton. Oh, what a shot on Stratton. And now it's Stephanie McCurr. Springboard cross body. Look at this Jada Parker right there. Parker grabbing McCurr off the ropes. Oh, both women bumping into one another. Who's going to get the upper hand? Going to be Jada. Drop down here as Parker. Oh, drop toe. Face first goes Stratton. And now it's Stratton also. Face first goes McCurr as Stratton. Hits that discus clothesline on Parker and over the steel chair shot against the new champion Stephanie McCurr. No disqualifications, no counters of course. And this triple threat NXT Women's Championship matchup. McCurr gonna crack her over the skull with a chair once again. And again doing the damage. Look at her go here, Matt, go. And oh, launching the chair in the face. And Jada Parker. And now it's Stephanie Irish whip sends Parker into the corner. What's Stephanie thinking? Oh, and a forearm shot. Dropped her down the canvas. Stephanie McCurr on setting a media on a Jada. But look at this. There's Tiffany and look at that shotgun drop kick. Tiffany looking at maybe steal victory. But no, going to pick up Stephanie McCurr, the champion. And maybe going to drop her down. Fireman's carry, roll through, and that's it. Stratton now, cover on Jada Parker for the NXT Women's Championship. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. Not a kick out by Jada. She's starting to get to her feet as well. Was Parker, Tiffany, and Disbelief. Gonna cover now on Stephanie McCurr. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. They'll run back. Her NXT Women's title. Already saw one title change tonight. We might see another one, as McCurr would only have a 4-day reign as NXT Women's Champion. Kick out, however, by Stephanie. Now the steel chair getting launched in the face of the champion. By McCurr, back to her feet on Stratton, the pick up of Sword, do this earlier on Jada Parker. Now it's Tiffany's turn. Oh, there's the Devil's Kiss by McCurr. My goodness. Jada getting hyped up. Parker the pick up on Stephanie Stratton again, gets sent to the outside. What's Jada thinking? Oh, already done this earlier on. She's going to do it again on the same opponent, that being Stephanie McCurr. The ass splash to the midsection, even in the same corner as well, but there's Tiffany back in. Kendo stick hitting Jada Parker with an upside. On midsection on her head, time and time again. Cover, hook the legs, shoulders down to regain the title without even pinning the champion to do so to kick out. That's right, folks. Champion's advantage isn't on in this matchup. If Stephanie McCurr loses this matchup without even taking a pin or submission loss, she will lose the NXT Women's Championship. That's how Champion's advantage does work at the end of the day. And right now, Jada Parker looking to put away Tiffany Stratton with Hypnotic, but McCurr's back in the ring to make the save. Oh man, Jada looking to become the champion right there and then, but McCurr with a headbutt, busted her open, I believe. And then McCurr, cover on Stratton, hooks the leg, shoulders down to retain, scoring 2, not a kick out by Tiffany. What a battle tonight. What an NXT this has been. What a main event. What an entire weekend of action. Whether it was Great American Bash, whether it was SummerSlam, last night on Raw was fantastic, and tonight as well. No doubt about it. Oh, so fantastic! Nothing different as their Stratton. Prettiest moonsault ever on Vaquer. And then Jada Parker going to send Tiffany to the corner. Oh, now it's Tiffany's shot to feel this wrath of Jada Parker. Looking for the ass splash out the corner. Connecting. Oh, goodness, right in the gut. Oh, Tiffany, but wait a minute. Shoulders down. Stephanie McCarron in an opening predicament. Oh, Jada Parker to retain. 2. No, the kick out by Jada. The referee, Victoria Jericho, took her time to get in position that time. But it's Jada Parker going to send her into the corner. Now what's Jada thinking? Oh, the referee right there, caught in the crossfire here is Tiffany Stratton. What's a piece of Jada Parker? And she's going to get that. And there's that discus clothesline shot. And now picking up the NXT Women's Champion. There's Tiffany Stratton. The counter, the knife edge. The shot after shot. Stephanie McCarron. Another knife edge jump. Another kick. Look at Stephanie go. And a bam! Look at that. Side Russian leg sweep. Kendo stick brought in by Jada Parker. Full on by Vaquer. Big elbow by Vaquer. And a Vaquer kick in the midsection. Stephanie now. Butterfly long blower. Knee ring on the chest of Jada Parker. Vaquer super kick now. Tiffany Stratton counters. And Stratton are dropping down Vaquer. Tiffany now to take advantage. Oh goodness. Standing moonsault press on Jada. Cover her. Cover her, Tiffany. Oh, just stomping away on her. And now it's Tiffany Stratton on the apron here. What's she thinking? Here's the springboard moonsault on the springboard swanton, I should say. And in the cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring turn. Parker kicks out. Parker is trying to get back to her feet and somehow kick it out that time. Super kick to the midsection. Didn't get all of it as Vaquer re-entered the ring. Nice kicks and strikes and shocks on to Tiffany Stratton. And then drops her down on the canvas. Oh, Kendo stick in hand from Stephanie on Jada Parker. Back and forth go these two women. There we swept back into the corner goes Stephanie Vaquer, and now watch Jada got in mind here. Oh goodness, Jada Parker. Oh god, what a shot to the midsection on Jada. Looking for a different variation this time. Going all the way up to the top rope. This time to the love of that ass splash with Vaquer in the corner. Nowhere to go. We're going to drop her down and rocking the NXT Women's Champion. The big shots from Stratton, but wait a minute, shoulders down, Jada Parker to win the championship. There's 2 on Stratton and a kick out by the former champion. And Tiffany and Jada, they'll go back and forth tonight. Is Parker going to send Stratton into the corner? But watch out from behind, super kick, didn't get all of it. With Stephanie McCarron, back and forth go McCarron and Parker. Then Parker gets caught, dragging through leg whip by Stephanie. And outside the corner, Stephanie McCarron. Backbreaker on Tiffany Stratton. What a championship matchup this has been. What a championship matchup it was at the Bash. With Jada Parker and Sol Ruka, and of course Stephanie and Tiffany one-on-one as well. As Tiffany goes to the outside of the ring, Stephanie sent into the corner by Jada Parker. Nice elbow by Stephanie McCarron. And now what's McCarron got brewing here? Oh, the pick-up, looking for another devil's kiss. She got hit with one earlier in the match. Well, it's once again. My goodness, face ricocheted off the mat, but there's Tiffany Stratton with the kendo stick. Trying to hit Jada with it, but the counter by Parker. And now Stephanie McCarron's on the outside of the ring. Tiffany for the NXT Women's title, though the elbow that time, the counter by Parker. Parker goes behind. Parker now. Side Russian leg sweep. On a Tiffany and a right hand, up the right hand, up the right hand. Stephanie back in. Counter from Stephanie. On a Jada Parker, another second to the match on Parker. And there it is, the butterfly long blower again on Jada. And then picking up the woman she defeated for the NXT Women's title in the Bash this past Friday night. It's being a Stephanie McCarron bomb. Knee in the back, not cover to retain. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. And Stephanie McCarron does it. She is still the NXT Women's Champion in this fantastic triple threat main event.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Stephanie.
Congratulations going out to Stephanie McCarron, still your NXT Women's Champion here in Pikeville, Kentucky in our first episode of NXT away from Orlando. What a show it's been, man. What a main event. And what an incredible atmosphere. Thanks for joining us, folks. That's all we have time for here on this edition of NXT.